Crypto arbitrage, guaranteed profit, very low risk, but there is still some risk, especially in a volatile market. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how to do crypto arbitrage. And that just means buy low, sell high, and that's taking advantage of the price difference between different exchanges, different trading pairs, and a couple other things which you'll learn from this video. And I'll also be providing this handy arbitrage calculator that you can use. I will provide the link in the description. No, you can't have write access, just make a copy. So if that's already helpful, feel free to hit that like button now, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. You should also know that me, Dan, I am not a financial advisor and take no responsibility if you lose money. There are risks involved, and you need to be comfortable with the process of trading, using multiple exchanges, being comfortable with different networks, having multiple wallets set up before going full into this arbitrage world. So I've done a little bit of it, and for myself, it's not worth the hassle unless the arbitrage profit is at least 5%. Those opportunities are rare, but they can be found. So before you get started, you should have multiple exchange accounts set up. You should know which ones have KYC and which ones don't. I've made that mistake before. I deposited something into FTX International, and without KYC, there was a $1,000 withdrawal limit. So my money was stuck in there, but luckily enough, my wife is from Taiwan, and I was able to pass KYC with that. I don't think everyone has that opportunity, so consider that before using multiple exchanges. Now, some will say KYC is required, but not really require it. So there is a gray area there. For myself, I like using Gate.io, KuCoin, Binance, FTX, but for the most part, the opportunities are on the very small exchanges. Small exchanges have limited liquidity, they have like a big price spread, so you will need to use limit orders, and this isn't really something that beginners should be doing. If you are a little more experienced in trading, you'll understand what's going on here. How to find arbitrage opportunities in times of great volatility or news events regarding certain coins or new listings. There will be an opportunity for arbitrage, and I'm sure you've seen that with the Coinbase pump, the Binance pump, the KuCoin pump, where when that coin gets listed on that exchange, that price goes way up within that exchange, but it takes like a few minutes, maybe up to an hour for other exchanges to catch up in price, and that is your arbitrage opportunity. You buy the coin at a lower price on a different exchange, you move it over to the exchange with the higher price, you sell it there. That is essentially the principles of arbitrage, and we're going to take a look at an example here, FRs. So you can see the price is pretty different between exchanges and between trading pairs as well. KRW trades at a premium, that's Korean won, and that's on BitHub. And that is an exchange limited to Korean residents. If you are a South Korean resident, you have the opportunity to arbitrage here, where you would be buying coins on Gate.io, sending them over to BitHub, and selling them for a higher price. Now, there are a lot of different opportunities in other trading pairs as well. I just took this as a screenshot as an example because it moves so fast that I won't be able to do a live arbitrage trade while recording because I'll be too focused on making sure I get that good deal and I don't lose money. Now, when you are doing arbitrage, you should consider the networks you're using. Uniswap, if you've used it before, the fees are very high. You have to do a large amount of trades to make that fee worth it, and it still takes time for those transactions to process. That is not something ideally I would personally use. I would use a centralized exchange or a network with lower fees like Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, anything with lower fees. So for example, we can take a look at Gate.io and Wobi. There is a small price difference, and we can see if it's worth it to do a little bit of arbitrage. First thing we need to do is find out the trading fees on Gate.io and Wobi. I actually have this Airtable with the exchanges I trust, and it tells you the fees, and I do have a referral link. You feel free to use that. That helps me out. That's just my full disclosure there. So we're going to use Gate.io and Wobi. Gate.io has a fee of 0.2%, and Wobi has a trading fee of 0.2%. So we're going to go to Dan's amazing calculator here. We're going to put 0.2%. We're going to put 0.2%. And we also want to look at what networks are available for the coin. So let's go to CoinMarketCap. We're looking at WOZX, and this is an ERC20 coin. This is something I would avoid because you're looking at around $30 in withdrawal fees whenever you're withdrawing an ERC20 token for an exchange. Full stop here, we're not using it. But we will continue with this example because it's easy and we've already established the pricing for WOZX. So we also have to consider the fees, and I'm just going to go back to the calculator here, and we're going to consider the fee into our withdrawal. So we're going to say $30 to withdraw an ERC20 token, and we're going to put in our pricing here. So we're going to look at our Gate.io price, and we're going to put in $31.93. And then our Wobi price at $32.34. If you could buy at that price and sell it immediately on the other exchange with no fees at all, that would be a 1.27% difference. That's not really worth it. We are trading $1,000, but we also have to consider the fees. I would say it would probably be 100 coins at that price, and the withdrawal fee for USDT typically 30. And after all that trading and considering fees, we'd be down negative 17%. Yeah, that is not a trade we want to take. And at the end of the day, you would be down negative 17% with a $1,000 trade because you have to consider Ethereum network fees, which can be $30 per withdrawal, especially on exchanges. The exchanges pad that Ethereum network fee because they make a little money and they don't want to lose any money during these transactions. So consider moving that Ethereum around 3 or 4 times. That's like $120. All the other fees considered, it is not a trade you want to take. We want to trade something on a lower fee network like Binance Smart Chain. So let's look at another coin. Now this is a much better example. We're going to look at Cardia Chain. Cardia Chain exists on Cardia Chain itself, and it also exists on Binance Smart Chain. So that's why we see it here on PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap has trading fees of 0.3%, and we can buy the coin for fairly cheap. Let's see if it's worth doing arbitrage. And let's say we're moving those coins to Bittrex. Bittrex has a trading volume of $833. It will be very unlikely we can really fulfill a large order there, but it is another place for an opportunity. We could use this one as an example, but more realistically, we can use KuCoin because they do 34% of the trading volume, and there is enough liquidity there where we can make these larger trades of at least $1,000. So with both prices inputted here, there would be a difference of 1.76%. With the fees involved, 0.1%. Let's say we are running with TRC20. Yeah, it is not a trade that's worth our time. I want to be making at least 5% for a trade, so this is something I wouldn't do. But if we did the same trade on Bittrex, and the price is 0.886, that is a price difference of 15%. So that would absolutely be worth it, but we also have to consider the withdrawal fees and the liquidity on Bittrex.